Alrighty. So, welcome to Navigating Stress, Flexibility, and Incivility in Nursing School. And I know you're just like, how many incibilities are we going to have to do? But I really think that the success of a student in a nursing program is about helping them navigate the waters so they can avoid danger. There's a saying that the shrewd one sees the danger and avoids the calamity. And so that's what I want to try to do is help you see some of the pitfalls and dangers that other individuals have made or talked about in nursing programs and then avoid those things yourselves. So I'm your nurse, your host, Nurse Eades. And today's episode, we're going to be looking into the important tools that will help you assess the source of your frustration and maybe stress while you're in your nursing journey. So, this questionnaire is really designated to offer some insight into your experiences and guide you into navigating those challenges. So, let's get started. First, understanding your experience. This questionnaire is going to be aimed to gauge your stress levels, flexibility, and any potential tendencies towards incivility that we may not even think about as being incivil. For each question, as I read them, I want you to assign your own point, assign to yourself those points based on an honest response. So remember, there really is no right or wrong answer. This questionnaire is solely intended just to kind of help you understand and reflect on your own emotions and your experience. So we're going to start with question one. How often do you feel overwhelmed by the demands of nursing school? Is it A, never? And if so, give yourself 0 points. Sometimes, 1 point. Often, 2 points. And if it's always, it's 3 points. Okay, question number two. How well do you manage stress related to your personal life while attending nursing school? If you answered very well, give yourself 0 points. Moderately well, give yourself 1 point. If you're struggling, it's 2 points. And if it's poor, it's 3 points. Question three says, how flexible are you when facing unexpected changes or challenges in nursing studies? Now be honest. If you're very flexible, give it 0. Somewhat flexible, 1 point. If you're struggling to adapt, give yourself 2. And if you're that person and you know you're just resisting the change no matter what it is, give yourself 3 points. All right, question four. How often yourself experiencing frustrations with classmates, faculty, or the learning environment? If you said rarely or never, give yourself 0 points. If you said occasionally, let's start with 1. Frequently, 2 points. Regularly, 3 points. Question 5. Do you sometimes feel like your frustration leads you to behave in ways that would be perceived as uncivil? So you didn't mean it, but that's just the way I am. If that's the case, if you say not at all, give yourself 0 points. Occasionally, 1 point. Yes, sometimes, 2. Yes, frequently, give yourself 3 points. With question number 6, how often do you feel that your frustrations affect your ability to concentrate and perform well in your studies? If it's rarely or never, 0 points. Occasionally, 1. Often, 2. Constantly is 3 points. Our last question, question number 7. Are you actively seeking support or assistance with feeling overwhelmed or stressed? If you say yes always, give yourself 0 points. If you say yes sometimes, it's 1 point. If you say not often, 2 points. And no, never, that's 3 points. Now, it's time to total it all up. Total up your points. Based on your responses, let's interpret what your score may be. If you add it all up and you're 0 to 5, your frustration is likely related to just normal stress of nursing school. Make sure that you seek some support, engage in self care to continue to manage your stress effectively. If it's 6 to 10 points, well, you might be experiencing a little additional stress and anxiety, but not just from being in a nursing program, but maybe also a little bit coming in with their personal life. So make sure you're seeking resources to help cope with stress and improve your flexibility within your schedule to merge those two together. With your points, if you're at 11 to 15, you might want to consider that your frustration could be linked to a combination of stress, an inability to be flexible in challenging situations. And how do you fix that? Focus on adopting a more adaptable mindset to try to help reduce that anxiety and stress or frustration. Now, if you're at that 16 to 21, which is where I was when I was in nursing school, your frustration may be leading you to act, leading to acts perceived as uncivil. I apologize for that. So basically, if you're frustrated, you're at that point, you're at that breaking point. Although you may not believe that you're being incivil or uncivil, it may be perceived by others as that way. So it's really going to be essential for you to recognize the impact of how that might be perceived by others, how it might be impacting you, and then make sure that you're seeking support, engaging in self reflection, as we talked about in the previous podcast, and then develop some coping strategies to help promote a really good positive learning environment. If you can do that, switch that around, you definitely will see some decrease in that anxiety and stress or maybe frustration. What I want you to get from this podcast is just to remember that if you are in a nursing program, you must seek help from faculty, peers, your counseling services, because these are going to be a valuable support system to you during this journey. Be aware of what may trigger stress for you and then address them proactively. And if you do this, it's really going to contribute to you, not only your success as a nursing student, but it's also going to be beneficial for you in your future profession. It's going to help with that professional identity that you're creating for yourself. So, where are we going from here? Well, one, I'd like to thank you for participating in this questionnaire that I came up with. I really hope that you can understand your emotion and experiences as an essential step to self improvement, but also growth. And that if you really can acknowledge what your stress is and work on developing a positive mindset, you really be better equipped to thrive in your nursing journey. So, at the end, join us next time for some more insight and tips on how to navigate your journey in a nursing program. Until then, take care and truly stay resilient.